Good afternoon, everyone. Cara has a new kit out, and it's a rainbow kit. So basically, each page you follow the colours of the rainbow, and she's done it in 3 different ways. So I'm going to show it to you and explain to you how you put them together, because it's quite ingenious what she's done. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. Right. So the first signature here. Now, what I've done with the first signature is I've actually printed mine back to back on the first signature. It is entirely up to you how you do the first signature, but I did the first signature back to back. The others, it's better off if you don't. Okay, I'll just show you what I mean. Now, when you print off, the best thing to do is print them all off first, and then mark in the corner which page they are so you can put them together properly. If I show you here, I've put little tiny numbers up in the corner so I know what the pages are. It's just an easier way, and then your mind can work it out. So obviously with the first signature you get the 12 pages that you get in the other 2 as well, but in different orders. The first signature, you get them all to go together in one signature. In the second signature, you get 6 pages for the first signature, 6 for the second. And the third signature, 4 for the first, 4 for the second, and 4 for the third. So obviously she's had to work out which colour goes on the back of which to get it to work properly. Now, when you print them off, obviously they're all going to be you know, you'll have white on the back. But what I've done with the first signature is I've actually printed this so that if I fold this, I've actually got my journal. Okay? Sorry, wrong way around, that way around. So you will have your journal complete like this. I'm just going to roughly bend it, not actually bend it. So you'll see red first. Okay? Then you get your orange. I'm not sure I've got a red one in there, but never mind. I've obviously boxed it somewhere. Okay. And then you go through to your green and your blue. Oops. And then your purple. Okay. And that's how it works. Okay. Works really, really well like that. You can obviously print them blank on the back and then do what you want on the back, colour the back. But the first signature I printed back to back. And how to print it back to back, obviously you print all the odd numbers first, turn it over, put it back in your machine, and then print all the even numbers. Really, really easy. That's signature 1. Right, now signature 2 I've printed in the you know, without backing it, so you can see what the pages look like. You have your plain paper here. So what you would do is you would take 1 and 2 and you will put them together, okay, so that when you open them you will have this one on the top and this one on the bottom, but in the middle you'll have blank. And I will show you in my journal what I've done in the blank bits. Now, Cara, she sprayed hers with tea stain, you know, coffee. Now, for me, there are so many opportunities that you can use in these pages. It's entirely up to you. If you, on the second journal, decide to do it like this, where you actually do what I did in the first place, you double back it, then instead of having 6 pages, you're going to have 3, aren't you? You're going to have 3. But if you do it the way Cara does it, then your middle will be the right colour and it works right. You know what I mean? And it gives you more pages in your signature. That's the way it works. Okay, so that's the... I've actually put these back to front. I'm going to purple green. Let me just put that like that. Yeah. So that's like that. So this one is obviously the second bit, and that bit will be the first page. Okay, if I just bend that over, so you will have your 2 signatures like this. Yeah, that will be your 2 signatures, and that's just printing on every page, so it gives you more to actually play with. It gives you more surfaces. Okay, now you can put paper on that, you can spray it, you can do anything you like on that page. It is really up to you. So that will be your first signature. Okay, and then there's the other colours on the back, the orange and the yellow. But she's done this in a way that you get this in the middle. Okay, let me just pop that over there. Then this is your second signature here. You've got the greens. Now, I didn't know what sage soup was. Siege soup. I looked at it, I thought, siege soup. Well, that must be somebody, you know, they must be under siege for some reason. They're obviously hunkered down. I wonder if they're just going in their cupboards and finding what they've got to make soup. And when I looked it up, yes, that's what it is. So I now know what siege soup is. It's just basically potluck soup. Okay. And so the images are all the same, but obviously she's done it in a way that it works. Okay, for your signatures. Okay. So that's 2. Then 3 is 3. It's done in exactly the same idea, exactly the same. So you'd have your... Right, now I've got 1 and 2 there. So what I would do is I would turn it over. So I know that's my page 1 and 2. I've got 3 and 4 here. So I would turn the 4 over. So I've got them together like that. And I know those 4 pages are now my first signature. Okay? And these ones, again, I didn't colour in the middle to give me more ideas. So then you'd take 3 and 4. Right. 6. What's actually sure? Well, I've got 5 missing. I seem to have a page missing. No, that's right, surely, because that's going to be the green and the yellow. No, I think I've misnumbered them. That's what I think I've done. So you've got 1, 2, and when you close it like that, that's again your 4 signatures, and then again with the last ones, you just turn them around on one another, and that's how it works. So easy to put together like this. You literally just print them off as they are, don't you? But then you just go through, make sure you've got the numbers and the colours in the right way. I love that image. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And you just go through like this. Okay, actually I've boxed them up, haven't I? Don't worry. This is what's happened. You put it round the wrong way. You will find sometimes you box them round the wrong way. So that's your 3 signatures. So it really depends on what journal you're making. Now, I said to Cara, you know, like, how is it going? Which one are they going for? Because myself, I would have gone for the 1 because I can do a lot with a 1 signature, and I could use it in a folio and things like that, which I'm actually going to do with the 1 signature. 3 signature is a really traditional way of doing a journal, and I don't do them very often, but I would love to do a 3. But then I was also tempted by the 2. Well, apparently what is actually happening is people are buying one of them, whichever one they've chosen, and they're going back and getting more. So it shows that it's such a lovely idea. Okay, so that's all the pages. Let me just get all the pages out of the way. There's pages everywhere. Now, the ephemera. Beautiful, beautiful ephemera. Now, all of this is still on 50% off because it's the first week and it's for another 2 days. After that, if you've not bought it, if you put a picture of the Friday freebie that I'm going to show you underneath here in a minute, of a make from the Friday freebie, you'll be put into a draw, and if you're the winner, you get 50% off any kit. Okay, and that Cara does that every week. I've explained it before, so you know, if you post a picture, you're in with a chance of getting 50% off. And there's not that many people that enter, so you're in for a really, really good you know, way of getting 50% off a kit. So you've got, and she's done these in colour coordination as well. So you've got your red, your orange, your yellow, okay? And then your green, your blue, and your violet, which is brilliant. These, okay, you get these cards as well. Then you get the big tags, again, all colour coordinated, and the little tags, and that's the Friday freebie. Right, so those 6 pages, she said they were $1.20 something on her YouTube yesterday. I can't remember the pennies, but for just over $1, and you've got 6 pages. That ephemera alone, without getting the kit, if you don't want the kit, fine. But this ephemera, because it's so beautiful, you can use this in anything. You know, any journal that you're making. I mean, particularly butterflies and florals. You know, I mean, I would buy this just purely to have the ephemera because there's so much in it. I think it's a really, really good buy, that one. Friday freebie. So the Friday freebie this week is this one. And she's blaming me because I told her to put a little bit of ephemera on. I thought she was just going to put 3 up the side. I didn't expect her to stick all 6 on because I could see she could actually get 3 in here. But what she's actually done is she's gone and managed to get all 6 in. So I think she's done really, really well. So you've got the 4 tuck spots and you've got your 2 belly bands. Wonderful Friday freebie. Fits perfectly with this kit. But obviously you could use it in anything. And the ephemera, again, you can use it in anything. I just love that milk one. I think it's so lovely. So that's the Friday freebie. And to get the Friday freebie, you're just going to Cara's group, Cara, Brandon and Friends, and all the freebies are in the files. So you can go back and have a whale of a time going back over the last however many months the Friday freebie's been going for. Okay, so what I did with mine, let me show you the journal first. Big Betsy. So I thought, right, I'm going to use a book again. And what I've done is I've made a different spine. I've done a 3-inch spine on this because I thought if I'm putting 3 signatures in and I'm going to be doing Friday freebies for a couple of weeks, it's going to be needing it. It's really going to be needing to have a lot of space in the back. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, how I'm going to decorate it. I could do with actually making the back bit here a little bit stronger, I think, because when you know it's been handled a lot. I'm actually thinking of doing like a ruffle, which would give it a bit more strength on the back there or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the lovely, lovely fabric I managed to get. Found this on eBay, really cheap, really, really quick delivery. And the amazing thing is, you get the piece at the size exactly for a journal. It just comes over by about 1 inch either side. So it's a long piece. It's not a fat quarter, which is great because it fits your journals brilliantly. And depending on what you do on the inside, you could have enough to do a couple of journals. I've actually just covered it like this. These are the Friday freebie I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm not sure how much you can see. If I come up a bit, you should just about be able to see most of it, shouldn't you? Yeah, I think we can. Right, so these are the Friday freebie, which I'll show you in a minute. And here's the journal. And if you hold it up like this, you can actually see you've got the red colours coming through. Here's the yellow and the green and the purple. You can actually see all the colours are coordinating. Okay, now how I've managed to do that is you cut your pages in half and glue them together with the best thing I found. Now I did try doing micropore tape because I can't remember why I had the micropore tape out, and I did one and I thought, no, I can't do that, it's too thick. So I went back to the, you know, cotton muslin way of putting it back. These are just some images I found. That reminds me of Shazam, doesn't it? It's a lovely, lovely image. Really reminds me of Shazam. These are just bits I found that I'm keeping for the colours. So I've used Stamperia in here. And I love Stamperia. And I found, say, there's the micropore. I put it on a couple of pages and it was too thick. And also the other problem you've got if you use micropore is you're actually putting your needle through something that's sticky, which I'd totally forgotten about. I was having a blonde moment. But the actual, if you use cotton or, you know, muslin, something like that, it works out really, really well. I'm not going to go all the way through, but I wanted you just to see roughly what I've done. Now, on the backing pages, this stencil is one of Linda Israel's, okay? And I will link it. It's one of her clubs. Now, I'm sure this was March Club. Yeah, I'm sure this is March Club. I'll have to check it because you know what my brain's like. It goes dead. And what I did, if you watch, let me just find the other side of that. I should be able to, if I flick it over, you've got the orange. So you've got the red, you've got the orange. So I literally just popped the stencil down, and halfway down the middle I sort of stopped colouring, you know. I used distress inks, and it works great, doesn't it? It just looks really, really amazing. This is Stamperia, and well, this has got a Tim Holtzy type feeling to it, but it's all Stamperia that I've used in here, except for a couple of pages that I'll show you later that are actually Becky Seddon. I love our Becky. Lovely, lovely lass. So you can see how easy it is. That's one of the ones from Becky. I put it in there because I loved the colour gradation on that. I just really loved that. So they're all, as I say, you just go through, you cut your pages like your dyed pages. So you come back around here and I'll find another dyed page. That's here. So that's the other side of that. And that's how you do it. It's easy to do. It's just a case of getting all your papers out first, cutting them all to size, you know, and cutting down the middle. If you've got something like Stamperia, obviously it's 12 by 12, so you need to cut it to your journal size. Something like this, you're just going to cut in half, aren't you? And then you just stick them together with whatever you decide to stick them together with. And I say I found this cotton. It was on the back of a huge curtain that I got. I found it at the charity shop. Must be nearly 2 years ago now. And I have used and used and used it. It's been on the inside of my journals and everywhere. Because normally I would do that. I would actually put the cotton on the inside of the journals. But because I had so much of this lovely, lovely fabric, I thought I would actually do the inside with this. I haven't decided on what pockets I'm putting on the inside or anything like that yet. But I did manage to get my journal together. As I say, I mean, look at that image. Isn't it gorgeous? I do love Stamperia. They do the most lovely, lovely things. Now, these pages that I've got are from that garden book that I'm getting now. You know, that what I paid for £6 for £6 for, you know, for 6 weeks thingy. And the images have been perfect. You know, things like this. I found some amazing images in it. And they'll really keep me going for a very, very long time. See how the blue turned out. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So for me, this, I just absolutely loved doing this. I really do. You know, the colours just work so well, and it is absolutely beautiful. I've just loved making this journal. So let me show you the Friday freebie. I tucked them in here so I wouldn't lose. Because I was trying to find the belly bands this morning. Couldn't remember what I did with the belly bands. As you do. Right, so what I've done with mine. Okay, I've just taken some bits of trim and the ephemera. Now on here, this here is actually a piece of jewellery. I don't know if you can see that. That's actually a brooch. If I put it that way around, you'd probably be able to see it better. It's a brooch. And it was in that magazine. It was on an advert. I thought, oh, that'll fit really well with the green. And the yellow, I've used most of Cara's images. The blue here, I've fussy cut out some butterflies and used some vintage buttons. This lace, I didn't have any blue lace. I've only got a tiny little bit of blue lace, so I've coloured it with distress, you know, and that worked out really well. Oh, his little abdomen's coming up. I better stick him down. Here, can you see the little ducky? I've got a duck in an egg. I thought, how lovely. And that was in that magazine as well. So, and this is a piece of jewellery. But the colours just work so well, and I'd love him. Look, fluffy chick. And that one. So those are my, and I like to tear my embellishments sometimes. You don't always want a biggish piece. You want a smaller piece. And when you tear them, you keep the other bit and you shove it in somewhere else. I think I've done that on one of these somewhere where I've used a bit. I mean, like this bit here, I've only used that top bit of it, and then I will use, you know, like this bit, I've used that on something else. You know, you just move them around, don't you? And you play with them. So those are my Friday freebie. So all I've got to do now today is to decorate my little belly bands. So I'm going to grab my mat up. On there, it's getting to be a bit tatty now. I'm ready to get another new one before long. So all I've done with my belly band so far is I've just literally backed them. And for some reason I've only got 3, but there are I backed them all, and I've got my big bag here because what I did, I literally, I do what I normally do. I just cut everything out as you do, back it all so it's all backed first, and then I've put on the bits of lace where I want the bits of lace to go, and then I sew, because that way it's easier than trying to sew it afterwards. And I've put all the little grommets in. That gorgeous piece there, now who sent me that? Was that, I'm sure that was Zern that came from. No, it wasn't. That's from a swap. I'll have to remember who sent me that. And it's absolutely beautiful. It was a Valentine's swap. And I've just got to that stage. So they're all ready to decorate. So I've done all the different colours now. I've just got to finish the blue. As I didn't quite have enough blue to go around. And these are from the Stamperia. And this was from the Patchwork Stamperia book. And the colours in here just work, don't they? They're going to work really, really well with that journal. So I've kept them as well. And like here, these here, they've all got different colours on them. So you've got the red already started there, haven't you? And then you've got your blue and your green. And you can easily use these as well. So that's what I've done so far. And these are all my, that's the orange ones all done, and the yellow. And then these from the Ephemera pack, I've just got the other 3 to start sewing round. So I've done loads of these that I've sewn round. And this, where I was cutting off the bottoms of the pages from the Stamperia at thingies, you can see it goes together, if I remember correctly, like this. And so I cut it in half, and I've made them into a couple of lovely journaling cards. So I've got a couple of journaling cards there that I can use in the blue section. And there's the belly band that we didn't have. So they're the belly bands, because I like to, you know, I thought in each signature you want a couple of belly bands. And of course, once you've got your pattern, you can make more of your own, can't you, from the other papers. And the other thing I've got in hiding in here, now these are from Zern. I've not actually got a sheet of these. These are from Zern. They're absolutely beautiful, and you would use them like this. Okay, you would put them down on your, you would use them as a belly band like that over this. You could make that into a bookmark, okay, so that can come in and out, and you could hold it down with these. And she's just released these, so I will actually get the sheet and I'll actually show you. I forgot I had these in here, but the colours, they will fit really, really well. Because although when you're on camera, these colours of Cara's look quite bright, they're not. They're very soft colours. They're not in your face red and blue. You know, they're actually very, very soft colours. I'll link the butterflies. There's, what's it? I can't remember how many pages they were. I think it was 4 pages, and then I printed them half size. Yeah, that's right. It was 4 pages and I printed them half size. But I thought these are such a lovely idea, and they're beautiful, aren't they? They're really, really lovely. And as I say, if you use them like this, where you actually do that, so you can actually slide your belly band in and out and use that as a bookmark. And of course, the other way is you would stick that down and you would just use it as a pocket, like that. Yeah. And of course, you can also use it as a tuck spot up in the corner. Right, them in there. They're so pretty. Right, so where's some of my colours? So I've got a bag of bits here that I've kept with different colours in and ribbons and what have you. And then I've got all my ephemera cut out in here, and they're all colour coordinated. I've colour coordinated them so I wouldn't be sat there wondering which colours are which and which. So let's have a look at the purple. Here's the purple. Purple. That's nice to my purple. That's what it was. I didn't have a bag for the purple. I've got some now. They came yesterday. So I need to put a purple in here somewhere. I thought it was lovely. Look, can you see those sheep? And all the pretty purple at the back. And I've kept some pretty purple pictures. Gorgeous. Heather. So let's have a look. I've got some purple lace in here as well. There we go, purple lace. Let's see what we can make with this, just to decorate a couple up. I do like that. That's really lovely, isn't it? I'd have to cut that down just a tiny bit so it actually fits on snugger. Just cut the edges very slightly so it fits on nicely. I'll lobby the bottom off. Yeah, that should fit better. Yeah, it will. That looks better, doesn't it? Because I'm thinking I can put some lace down the side here somewhere, or even maybe at the bottom. Yeah, I can put it on the bottom. That takes 2.5. That does. Like that, so I can pull you up a bit. So that would go on the bottom, and that can tuck in there. And there's a lovely button there. That would be quite pretty, wouldn't it? And I like the butterflies. She's given us quite a lot of lovely, lovely butterflies in this as well. Now look at this one here. That butterfly there, does that not go with Zerns? You can really see how the kits would actually go together beautifully. What else have I got in here? I think we've got a bit of a tag can go in there. See, we've even got these lovely, lovely purple labels. Look at those. Aren't they pretty? I love messing about. This is the butterfly, but I think... Oh no, he'll go on there, won't it? Yeah, he'll go on there, particularly if I curl his wings. Get a pencil and curl his wings round. Whoops! I do apologise, I've just dropped you on the floor. You'll now all have a lovely headache. Sorry about that. That was me stretching over trying to get my pencil. I hope you're not all feeling sick. I do apologise. Oh dear. Who was I talking to about doing things like that the other day? Oh dear. There we are. Oh, our Tracy Fox, bless her wee heart. She's got a bit of a sinus infection. That's why Tracy stopped doing her videos now, but she will be back. You know, our lovely Tracy, she'll be back. It's one of those things that happens this time of year. You know, you suddenly, the weather changes so much, doesn't it? I mean, last night, Becca messaged me last night. That's Niall and Violet's mummy. And she says, I don't believe what I've just woken up to. It was like, you know, 1:15 in the morning. And I thought, what's she woken up to now? So I thought, I better look out the window because it's probably something that's going on in the weather. Snow. But it wasn't just a little bit of snow. We must have had about 1/2 inch. It was covering everything, you know, all the car roofs and everything. I was absolutely amazed at how this snow had come down. So that was last night. Well, lots and lots of snow, but it's melting. You know, as the day warms up, it is melting. It's not going to be around for too long. But I thought, oh my goodness. But she had one of those really bad nights with the kids last night. Bless her heart. And she'd taken the baby. I mean, Violet's about 3 weeks old now, and she'd taken the baby into Niall's bed with him so they could all cuddle up together and hopefully go back to sleep. And Niall kept looking at the baby because Mummy was saying, the baby's asleep. Shh, go to sleep, the baby's asleep. And of course, he keeps looking at the baby to check to see if the baby's asleep or not, thinking, yeah, Mum, we know. I bet you're trying to pull a fast one here, Mum. Oh dear. I remember being on Woking Station, and I was pregnant at the time. I was reading one of the mother and baby books, and it was talking about the things that happen when you're trying to get your toddler to sleep. You know, you're laying on the bed with them, and they're just about to go to sleep, and you think they've fallen asleep, and Daddy comes upstairs, goes to the loo and flushes the chain, and the little one sits up and says, what's Daddy doing? You know, we've all had it. I mean, I can remember, you know, just eking my leg off the bed with my daughter. And she sits up, where you go, Mum? You think they're asleep. Oh, dear. So all these stories she's coming out with, I'm thinking, yeah, been there, done that. I think we all have. Oh, dear. Nothing's new. There's a little bit more lace than that. That looks so pretty, doesn't it? The colours are absolutely gorgeous in there. Ooh, look at that one. That is gorgeous. That's passion flower, isn't it? Now, I used to actually have a big passion flower down the hallway. Let's see if I can make this passion flower fit, because that is absolutely stunning. There we go. See if that's all fitting. Just a tiny little bit more. Trim you off a bit more. Let's see now. Yep, you're fitting. There he is. Now, what we're going to put on this one? There's a nice label there. I can stuck you in there. Let's have a look. Let's cut this butterfly out, I think. Cut him out so that he actually fits the butterfly. Well, I hope you're having a blessed Sunday. It's very, very quiet. They've all gone out downstairs, so it's really, really quiet here. I think I've told you before, they go out and they find abandoned houses. There are actually lists. The council actually do lists to tell you where these places are. And she'll get me to print them off, and then they go and see where these abandoned houses are. Actually, I'm going to pop you down there. I think you'd look really pretty down there. Yeah, we could do with a tiny little button, couldn't we? Let's have a cut a button out. Yeah, so they go out and they see these abandoned houses. I mean, and then they go around them and have a look and all the rest of it, and they have an absolute whale of a time. And I'm sitting there, you know, if I see old books or magazines, and I'm thinking, can't you bring them home? Oh dear, typical crafter, isn't it, you know. Or you see the curtains have been left up and you're thinking, nick those curtains, I could use them. Oh dear. There we go, that's another one. Let's glue you down. Well, the shops in England open up tomorrow. They're opening all the shops up, so the charity shops will be back open. I mean, you know, that's what you call a thrift store. So people are going to be going loopy in there tomorrow, you know, when they open up in England. We're still on only 2 people to meet, you know, 2 adults to meet outside, social distancing. That's what we're still on. We've not been up when, you know, those sort of shops are still closed for us up here. You don't realise when, you know, when you're a crafter, how much you rely on places like that, and to suddenly have them taken away from you, you're like, bring them back. Because what is in most charity shops here, they don't actually let you have like books that are tatty. You know, they don't put anything like that out because obviously they're in it to make money. But there's one on the high street that is absolutely brilliant, because they get the very, very old books from the library, and even if they've got pages missing, they still put them out. Which is very frustrating when you've just read a story and you get to the end and the last 2 pages are missing. Yes, I have done that. But you get some brilliant finds and some, you know, really, really vintage old books that you can chop up for your journals. It's absolutely great. And they really know me in there for going in there and getting all the old books out. There. So there's a couple of belly bands done. And I'll do the pink ones later because time's a wasting. There. And I do hope you join in with this because it's so much fun. Now, the lovely Keely, she's actually taken all of these and she's put them all together like a collage. All these. And she's made a cover for a journal. She's put a couple of other pieces of paper in there that's like a Dixie print, yeah? And, oh, she's made the most beautiful, beautiful cover. So if you actually go into Cara's group, do go and look for it. It's one of the last posts in there. So if you click recent posts, you'll definitely see it. And it's beautiful. I thought that was just such an ingenious thing to do. It really is. And somebody else was collaging today in one of the videos, and I thought I've got my napkins ready, so I want to do some collaging for this. I really do. And I'm also making a Japanese journal at the moment. I can't see that because Paulette is having a party soon in group for 16,000 members, and the kit is beautiful. You get the kit if you purchase something for $3.99 from either her store or from Zern's store, and it is a beautiful kit. It really is. It's very soft grey blues with grey, and the colours are beautiful. They really are. It's lovely. And I know my beautiful friend Whiskey, she's been wanting to do a Japanese journal for a long time, so I think she would really love this. She did do a video the other day to say she's getting over the COVID, but she's still really not well. You know, things are very difficult, so do keep praying for her. Bless her heart. She's such a lovely member of the community. She always joins in on the Monday Lives with our Linda Israel, and it's lovely to see her. We can't always get on that live. When Linda used to do the Thursday, and she used to do the Thursday earlier, it was great for us in the UK and in Europe, because obviously the timing was perfect. But this one, obviously she doesn't finish till like 12 o'clock at night, so it's quite late for us. But we do try to pop in and say hello. So thank you for being here today. I hope you enjoy this, because I think it is something so different to get all those colours of the rainbow and to be able to make a journal, colour coordinated. You find you'll be going around and you'll be going, right, and in your head I'm going, Richard of York gave battle in vain. Trying to make sure I've got the, you know, because sometimes you can't remember what the colour's missing. I'm thinking, what colour have I got missing here? And you suddenly look at things in a completely different way. It's like your eyes suddenly open to colour. So you'll open a magazine and you'll see all these colours in there. Or, you know, you look at a label and you'll think, oh my goodness, that's got that gorgeous green on it. You know, what could I do with that? How I could incorporate that in this journal. So it's going to be a real treat to do this. So do pop over and have a look. As I say, you've got a choice of 3 completely different kits. The pages are all the same, obviously, but they're put in different ways so that you can make your journal. Where's the purple? Purple's right at the back here somewhere, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? So I can stick my belly bands in today. Look at that poor little pidgey sat up there. A little pigeon. Bless him. So I can stick my belly bands in. And my tourniquets. I mean, look how beautiful that is. I mean, the colouring is beautiful in this. It really is. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Look at it. So I'm going to be having a whale of a time. Have another play with this later. So have a lovely day, everybody. I'm going to stop blethering, because you know what I'm like. Otherwise, I'll be sat here for another 3 months giving you a few more stories. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Love and blessings, everyone. Bye.